A new fault line is emerging in the global power struggle, and it is no longer limited to battlefields or diplomatic summits. This divide now runs directly through trade agreements, military technology, and the flow of money itself. A newly inducted member of the BRICS bloc has quickly but firmly rejected a demand from the United States, drawing a clear constitutional boundary against external pressure. At the same time, BRICS nations are accelerating plans that challenge the foundations of American financial dominance. Together, these developments signal that global competition is entering a sharper, more complex phase. Indonesia has sent Washington a message it neither expected nor welcomed. According to reporting by the Straits Times, Jakarta rejected a U.S. demand to purchase American-made surveillance drones as part of an ongoing trade negotiation. This refusal stands out because Indonesia otherwise saw flexibility and compromise throughout the talks. By saying no on this particular issue, Indonesia demonstrated a calculated and deliberate pushback, emphasizing that some demands that core principles that cannot be traded away, regardless of potential economic benefits. The broader negotiations refer who close both sides to an agreement. Sources familiar with the talks say Indonesia accepted several major U.S. conditions, including plans to import fuel from the United States instead of relying heavily on Singapore. Discussions also focused on easing restrictions for American automobiles, medical equipment, and high-tech products entering the Indonesian market. In return, Washington was expected to reduce the tariffs on Indonesian exports significantly, from as 32% down to around 19%. Despite these concessions, when demand proved unacceptable, the United States reportedly pressed Indonesia to purchase American surveillance drones for use in operations linked to the South China Sea. Jakarta refused, citing constitutional constraints and the need to safeguard national sovereignty. Indonesian officials argued that such provisions would violate the domestic law, even as negotiations move closer to a comprehensive trade deal. This moment revealed that economic incentives alone cannot offer the legal frameworks and deeply held principles. The timing of Indonesia's decision adds another layer of significance. Indonesia is among the newest members of the expanded BRICS grouping, which is interestingly positioning itself as an alternative center of pursuit as LED economic order. The drone refusal is widely seen as an early sign that BRICS membership may be translating into greater strategic confidence. Rather than aligning automatically with Washington's preferences, Jakarta appears more willing to assert independent choices on sensitive security matters. This single trade dispute opens into a much wider story. As Indonesia resists U.S. pressure on military hardware, BRICS as a whole is advancing initiatives with potentially far-reaching consequences. Chief among them is money. In recent weeks, Brazil's ambassador to Russia confirmed that decisions around a dedicated BRICS payment mechanism are no longer theoretical. These talks are active, detailed, and central to the bloc's long-term vision, signaling a serious intent to reshape how international trade is settled. The objective behind these financial discussions is straightforward but profound. BRICS countries aim to reduce their reliance on the US dollar in cross-border trade. For the Chades, dollar dominance has given Washington significant leverage over global finance. By creating alternative payment systems and expanding the use of local currencies, BRICS hopes to insulate its members from sanctions pressure and currency volatility. This ambition has already drawn sharp reactions from U.S. political figures, including former President Donald Trump. Indonesia's stand illustrates how these battles are increasingly interconnected. Trade agreements are no longer just about tariffs and quotas. They now involve surveillance technology, data control, national sovereignty, currency systems, and long-term geopolitical alignment. A decision about drones cannot be separated from discussions about payment systems or global financial architecture. Each move sends signals about which rules a country accepts and which lines it refuses to cross. Meanwhile, major powers within BRICS are reinforcing their own strategic coordination. Chinese and Russian officials have emphasized continuity in their relationship despite shifting international conditions. High-level meetings, including those involving central committees and economic planners, underscore a shared intention to manage global uncertainty together. These engagements are framed as efforts to maintain stability, deepen cooperation, and present a united front in an evolving international environment. Economic indicators are often cited to support this narrative of shifting power. According to recent assessments by major financial institutions, Russia has risen to become the world's fourth largest economy by certain measures. While such rankings are debated, they are used politically to argue that Western-centric economic models no longer fully capture global realities. For BRICS members, these claims reinforce the belief that alternative structures can sustain growth and influence outside traditional Western systems. The discourse around global finance has also become more ideological. Critics in various countries argue that existing institutions disproportionately reflect American interests. Supporters of BRICS initiatives claim they offer a fairer balance, while skeptics warn of fragmentation and inefficiency. This debate now shapes how trade deals, currency arrangements, and development projects are framed, turning technical economic questions into symbols of broader political alignment. China and Russia, in particular, emphasize stability and continuity in their partnership. Officials highlight shared principles such as good neighborliness, strategic coordination, mutual benefit, and win-win cooperation. They argue that this relationship has withstood international turbulence and continues to deepen across political, economic, and financial dimensions. Such statements are meant to reassure partners and signal resilience in the face of external pressure. Financial cooperation between the worlds is steadily expanding. Proposals include a stronger coordination of macroeconomic policies to support growth and global stability. Advocates argue that aligning fiscal and monetary strategies can inject new momentum into the world economy at a time of uncertainty. These initiatives are presented not as confrontational, but as constructive contributions to balanced global development. Institutions like major state-owned banks play a role in translating strategy into practice. As future hosts of international economic forums such as APEC, they express willingness to collaborate with multiple economies, including Russia and other Asia-Pacific partners. The stated aim is to support regional development while integrating alternative financial approaches into broader multilateral frameworks. At the governmental level, finance ministries continue to deepen bilateral ties. Chinese and Russian officials have reiterated their readiness to strengthen cooperation, advance their comprehensive strategic partnership, and support its evolution into what they call a new era. These efforts focus on practical coordination as well as symbolic alignment, reinforcing the perception of a shifting center of gravity in global finance. The success of recent dialogues is often hailed as proof that these relationships are not merely rhetorical. Officials describe negotiations as productive and forward-looking, emphasizing consensus and shared goals. Each completed round of talks adds confidence that alternative economic networks can function effectively alongside, or even in competition with, established Western systems. In this context, Indonesia's refusal to buy U.S. drones is more than a single policy toss. It reflects a broader celebration underway across the global south. Countries are increasingly weighing economic benefits against sovereignty, legal constraints, and long-term strategic autonomy. The result is a more complex, multipolar environment where power is negotiated issue by issue rather than dictated by a single center. Taken together, these developments suggest that the global order is not collapsing, but transforming. Trade, technology, and finance are becoming arenas of strategic contestation rather than neutral tools. As BRICS advances its ambitions and countries like Indonesia assert clearer boundaries, Washington faces a world where influence must be negotiated more carefully. The emerging landscape is defined by trust, competition, and a growing willingness to say no.